Hey everyone, so I wanted to walk through the tiara kit that we had at Boskone, which is this Ukrainian tiara, and it's kind of what you want to make of it. So it's a bunch of different pieces in the blue and the yellow, and you can make it any way, in any formation that you like. But there's some basic pieces that you need to start out with. So in the kit, we had this kit right here, and what it had was a tiara base, which is this metal headband right here, and it's got a aluminum piece right here, which is what the jewels will be glued onto. So it's this piece right here. You can see it in the back right there. It's got wire as well to attach the piece to the base, and then it's got random pieces. So some of them had silver or yellow crystals or blue crystals or a combination of both. It had some random shapes of this blue or yellow. Some of these ones with the pieces in the center with the white around. So you can see those in blue, yellow, or darker blue. And then some flowers. We had different kinds of flowers that were available. And finally, of course, a centerpiece. And it looks like most everybody grabbed some of these centerpieces, which is kind of what's on this tiara. But we also had different ones depending on what you were trying to do. So we had blue and some crystals and everything. So this is a good one to start with. This is just the center of the tiara. And of course, in some of the kits, we added some other things. We had a small thing of glue, which is to attach the crystals. And then also one of these, which if you don't work with crystals, this is a really handy tool to have. This is to pick up crystals and attach. You can kind of use this end to push it down, and this is where you would grab the crystal from. And if you don't have one of these, you probably should get one of them just to make your job easier. And then you might need a pair of pliers. These are just some small pliers that we have. Okay, and here are the basic pieces. So you get this metal. This is an aluminum base. And what you want to do is you want to bend this base just in a curve to match the curve here. And if it's slightly bent a little bit too much, it's not a big deal if it's not completely round, because you're going to cover it with crystals. But you just want it to match the base shape. So I'm going to bend this. 2 fingers seems to work better, or your whole hand, because if you bend it like this, you will get places that are more bent than others. So you just want to kind of shape this to your right shape. And that's a good shape right there. So then what you're going to do is to attach it, we're going to take our piece of silver wire and then go through the sides and go around a couple times here. Maybe 2 or 3 times. And then you want to go around a couple times at the end of the base as well. Oops. And you want to do this tightly so that the tiara stays, or the shape stays on. So that's what you pretty much have. And if it's not tight enough, one of the tricks of this is you can take a pair of pliers and just crimp this to the side like this, and it will tighten it up. This should probably be behind it. I just am doing this for demonstration purposes. And then make sure that you cut off any edges, or make sure they're pushed under so you can't be stabbed with them. So this goes like this. And you want to do this on both sides. So you can see on this tiara, I did exactly that. You've got, sorry, this got some here and some there. And then there's a few on this side. But that's all that holds it on. The next step would be to use your E6000 and attach the pieces. Now, I don't spread out a lot of E6000 because it dries pretty quickly. So we just want a little bit out there. You would also have to hold it. E6000 doesn't dry immediately, so I'm going to use my tool here and just add some on the edge and then put it where I want my crystal to go. This is where my centerpiece is going to go. And I would place the bigger pieces on first. Okay, if you hold it flat like this, it will try to dry into place, but you need to hold it for a few seconds so that it goes and stays in place. E6000, like I said, it doesn't dry that quickly. And then what we want to start doing is adding in other big pieces. So in this sample, I did these pieces and that and these pieces, and then I added all the smaller pieces around where I had spaces that were open. And that's pretty much it. It's just really putting the crystals where you think they look good, and then adding in the smaller crystals around the bigger ones to fill in the space. Okay, so here, one more little thing so I can show you. Here's the original one that I showed before. And here's the one I'm working on right now. So I used a bigger flower and some smaller flowers in the corner. But you can see how different they can look with the different colors that you choose. This one's a lot more orangish, goldish color, and this is a lot more of the yellow. So make it your own. And that's just some of the examples of what you can do.